So, first of all, the Yoshi mating season comes around again, or perhaps there are 2 Yoshi mating seasons, or something. Point is, there are mating Yoshis and they're causing problems again. One of them locks Mario in a giant stone oven area and forces him to bake cookies to feed him. And Mario keeps trying to poison him with, like, overly burnt cookies and bombs, and it's not really working for a while. Eventually, the Yoshi does finally go off and stop bothering him. I guess maybe the mating season ended. There's also another Yoshi just trying to grow powerful flowers, but the evil god blood flowers of Yoshi's Island won't allow it. So they summon Shy Guys to destroy the garden? That was a weird thing that happened.
A lot of weird things happen in Game & Watch Gallery.
One of the slightly less weird things that happens. So, this whole party idea, Toad had been basically profiting off of it. You know, because he was selling the Power Stars in this contest. That's how people were collecting them. And so he was making a lot of money off of it. But also, it was, like, a lot of his fault that Bowser was able to take the Power Stars and cause them all these problems, and so Toad has to be punished. And he's punished to trial by Bloodsport. He is forced to jump across birds between 2 towers of the castle and deliver Peach an endless stream of presents across these birds, jumping precariously over the clouds. And eventually he falls and is very badly injured. And that's the end of his punishment. So, after Toad's trial, let's see. Mario, like, during this whole thing, Wario decided to make some more money by selling cakes to all the people watching this horrible punishment blood sport. And Bowser comes back from space, very angry, very upset. He just decides he's gonna wreck the first thing that he sees, which happens to be Wario's cake factory. And so Wario runs to Mario and Luigi and is like, "Hey, Bowser's wrecking my factory. You should go stop him." Or, like, he probably doesn't tell them that it's his factory. He's like, "Bowser's wrecking this cake factory, this Mushroom Kingdom cake factory. You should stop him." And so they do. And Wario makes a lot of money and has a lot of cakes.
So many cakes.
Then Mario gets invited to the Kong Islands because the Kongs are starting to build up militaristically. Things are getting a bit tense there following the death of their diplomat and the voice of reason, especially at the hands of their nemesis, their greatest enemies, the Kremlings. So, they're starting to build up their military. They're starting to do a lot of more training. And they get Mario over because they're also worried about Bowser. They don't know if... They're worried that Bowser is going to try and attack them as well at some point. So they get advice from Mario about, you know, how do you fight Bowser's forces? How do you deal with them? And Mario shows them the ropes and helps them set up this whole training course that they use. So then Mario comes back home, and this, you know, after the party, things kind of calm down for a bit. So Mario decides to, he keeps a Power Star for, like, a memento, just to keep around with him. He's given a Power Star. And, this is when the kingdom starts getting into making their own painted worlds. Just, you know, they saw how to do it from Bowser using the stars to create these painted worlds, and decide, this seems like a great thing. We can just make a world. We can just make a world for whatever we want. And so they do make some worlds for whatever we want. And whatever they want is sports. Mario makes an entire world dedicated to golf, where he is known as the world's greatest golfer.
It's a thing that happened.
And they're not very good at making these painted worlds, because things kind of leak over into their world. Some of the denizens of this painted world manage to escape into their world and play golf, because that's all they care about. But, yes, they also happen to have this very big golf tournament in the Mushroom World. Golf gets brought back. That's probably what, like, prompts Mario to make this golf world, is that golf is coming back to the Mushroom Kingdom, coming in like, very big, becoming a big thing that everyone loves. And we've figured this is probably Wario running the Gaming Commission, trying to find new sports to bring over to make more money. And, I mean, golf is obviously the first sport he's going to bring. It's the first sport that he knows. That's what he plays with all of his businessmen associates on Earth.
Yeah.
So, golf is coming to the kingdom. Mario creates this golf world. Some of the people of the golf world escape. They all compete in golf times. Also, Baby Mario is there, time-traveling Baby Mario. And there's things happening. So, this golf world starts to have some problems, because after some people escape from it and, like, get a taste of actual reality, they kind of break their programming, I guess, of the world, and they start gaining the ability to grow and change, rather than remaining perfectly static golf competitors that Mario can beat whenever he feels like it. And so the four competitors who escaped the golf world start to become champions of their world. And they kind of start, like, conquering all of the other golfers, and even conquer the fake Mario simulacrum that had been left there. There was, like, a fake Sky Cloud world that had all these fake Mushroom Kingdom people in it, where fake Mario lived, and that was the fake Mario that was the world's greatest golfer, but he gets defeated, and so he's no longer the world's greatest golfer, which causes the dimension to start cracking up a bit. We'll talk about that a little more later. So, back to the Kongs. They're doing a lot of militaristic build-up. Also, Cranky is kind of losing it. He is completely distraught over the loss of his wife, and he turns to mad science, trying to bring her back. And succeeds, kind of. He is able to trap her spirit into a variety of doors? So now Wrinkly's ghost is just kind of hanging out in these doors and just giving advice to the family, because that's just what she does. And around this time is also when King K. Rool comes back with a big island fortress with a giant cannon, and the cannon takes a lot of time to charge up, so he distracts the Kongs by stealing their banana horde, again, all of their golden bananas. That's right, I missed a step there. After DK got this ancient Kong treasure, this golden banana that he used the power stars to unlock back in Mario's party, he decides he really likes golden bananas, and he wants more golden bananas. And so the Kongs meet with the Yoshis to make a trade agreement, because the Yoshis have their Super Happy Tree, which can grow any fruit, including golden bananas. So the Yoshis trade the Kongs a lot of golden bananas, and in exchange, the Kongs provided the labor to build a golf course on Yoshi's Island, and probably also a tennis court later. So, So now the Kongs have this whole horde of golden bananas, which gets stolen by King K. Rool in an effort to distract them. And also a bunch of the Kong family gets kidnapped. DK evades kidnapping because he gets warned by Squawks, one of the family friends, in quotes. They're kind of servants. But, so DK goes off and rescues the other Kongs that were captured. There was Diddy, there was Tiny, who is Dixie's little sister. There was Chunky, who is Kitty's older brother. And Lanky, who we need to talk a bit about. So, there's a type of... So there are, among the Kong family, there are some traitors. Some who have, turned against the family and left and they are exiled. And the family calls them Mankeys. Mankey Kong is the name applied to these traitors. And as they're building up militaristically, the family offers amnesty to the Mankeys. Any Mankey that wants to return to the family can, if they are willing to help fight the Kremlings.